Hey YouTubers, Casey here. Pretty excited. I finally got this Triggertech Diamond from Optics Planet. Got it on a good 4th of July sale. Came in around $196 versus the usual $275 to $330. I went ahead and picked it up. I've always wanted one, heard great things. I've heard that they generally are in the competition rifles that win the bench rest matches and things like that. And I'm also just a really big fan of the flat trigger. The way I pull my trigger, I usually slide it along the rail and of the trigger guard, and that way I get the same consistent pull every time. Neat thing about this one is it is adjustable from the bottom of the trigger, and you don't need to take apart the entire rifle to adjust it. Adjustability range is anywhere from a little less than 4 ounces to 32 ounces. So if you've ever shot long range before, you know that generally the lighter the trigger, the better it is. I'd say kind of where I like to sit, and it's not too bad for me, is right about 2 pounds or so. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot once I get it in here and see where I like it. I think I'm probably gonna put it about a 1 pound break. So comes in this fancy box here, and the finish on this thing is just amazing. I wish you guys could see it in person. If you get the chance, go ahead and pick one up. This is the red one, means it's a single stage trigger. The green ones means 2-stage. You got some information on the back here talking about their vision and their mission. I will say this thing is pretty impressive, finally being able to look at one up close. Talks about the rolling technology here for actual true zero creep break. Probably just a little bit of marketing stuff there, but I've heard nothing bad about these triggers whatsoever. So we'll go ahead and unbox this thing together and see where we're at here. Looks like we just got to rip off this plastic. Just get that off of there. It's kind of tough to get off of there. Oh, this is tape. I see. So now that we got this out of here, it looks like we'll just kind of slide right out. Let's come with. All right. Look at these. As I've gotten more and more gun stuff, gun equipment, I've started liking to have their stickers as well, and I put them on all the equipment that I use. Little stickers around the reloading shop here. Go ahead and set these off to the side. What do we got here? Looks like we got a description of the Remington 700 product triggers. In the box. Okay. Set that off to the side. Can't wait to get to the trigger. Look at that. Comes with a little Allen key. Get easy adjustments. Instruction manual. It's not terribly hard to replace these things. Just make sure you grab the right tools. I like to have my Wheeler torque wrench, torque screwdriver. That way I can make sure my action screws are down to the right torque weight, and then I usually use a Wheeler punch set as well with the brass and nylon hammer heads. So we finally get to pull this guy out of there. Come on, get out of there. Wow, this thing's heavy. It's heavy. Little trigger. And looks like we got a sticker on there. Void if removed. So, okay. That is just beautiful, isn't it? Patent Triggertech.com. Nice little trigger tech symbol there. Triggertech Diamond. See? Right here is where we go ahead and make our adjustments. So we should have our pins on the rifle here. And I'll go ahead and take you through the install as well. This is my first time switching out a trigger on a bolt action platform. I usually do the AR-15s quite a bit. Let's see if we can get it to break there. Alright, go ahead and wait. I don't want to break anything. So yeah, usually I do this stuff on the AR-15s, but this is my first time installing a trigger on the Remington 700 bolt action platform. So kind of wanted to take you guys through this. If you're anything like me, you'll see, maybe some of the first timer mistakes and things like that. Okay. So this is what we're going to be installing it on today. Again, this is the Bergara B14 HMR Pro in 308 caliber, 308 Win. Alright, so what I did here is I already I just dropped the bolt real quick, gathered up my tools. I got the Weaver punch set here, and 5/32 hex key. I already loosened up the bolts here, so it'll be a little bit easier to get off. Then I got my Weaver torque screwdriver here too. I think previously I said Wheeler, it's Weaver. And then I also have another actual Wheeler screwdriver set, and then it has all those additional heads for the screwdriver as well. So we'll go ahead and remove the action. Shouldn't be too bad here. So guys, I just got the stock off the barrel and everything. I just got the stock removed. So one thing you'll notice is the long screw right here goes in the back, and the short action screw here goes in the front. Okay. So let's see if I can get you a little better picture there. So okay. Oh, got a phone call. Well, it's nothing. Let's go ahead and let it ring, I guess. So we'll just go ahead and remember where these go and set them off to the side here in the vise. All right. Set that up a little better and move the camera a little bit for you guys. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better, right? So these pins are kind of hard to get out, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just turn it sideways. This and the vise kind of rest a little bit better. Right there, it ain't going to hurt anything. Then I'm just going to kind of tap these pins out. A little bit of work to get these things out. Make sure I don't lose them. They're walking out though. There we go. Got our hammer. Should be able to come out there. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up for you guys. Alright, well, I got it out, and notice I just had to hammer out these two trigger pins right there. And one thing you'll notice about the Bergara, if you take it out, this hammer will come out and then see if it'll focus. Then there's a little spring down there too, so be careful, don't lose the spring in there. And what's cool about the Triggertech Diamond, your hammer's held in there already by a hollow pin. So we're gonna go ahead and put the actual trigger here. There we go, make sure she's lined up. And we'll just use my punch here. Stick it through. Make sure we got the pinholes lined up. So yeah, we just kind of stick it right through that hole. And if you can see, I don't think the trigger pins are any different from the front and rear, but I just separate them in the vise, make it a little bit easier. That way I don't lose it, or just in case, you know. But you can tell it does have kind of a pointed end, and then that end right there. So got a little notched portion. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put that kind of canted in first. That way I can use my nylon hammer here. Excuse me, guys, and it just slides right in. There we go. Let me go ahead and set the camera down so I can get this. And excuse me, look, we got a little friend here, Oreo. Hi. All right, she's here to help, right? Go ahead and get the other one in here. One thing that you'll notice here is these don't go all the way down. We just want to get them kind of flushed up there. They will be sticking out a little bit on this side. We just give it a couple extra pops there with the hammer. Make sure it goes in there okay. You see how they stick out there? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. See? Make sure our safety works. Yep, on safe, on fire. On safe, fire. Beautiful. Alright guys, now that we got the trigger in here, how we're going to test it out is we're going to go ahead and put the bolt right back in there, okay? Go jiggle it in there. So, put on fire, functions. Put on safe, doesn't go, okay? So now, looks like we got a fully functioning trigger. So we'll go ahead and put the stock back on. Alright? Alright guys, so we'll go ahead and get the action back on, stock back on here. Alright? Barrel action, kind of safe when you're putting it down there. So you're not damaging anything. Remember, we got our longer screw in the back. What we'll do here is we'll just kind of give myself a little bit of threading here. That way it doesn't wiggle around so much, yeah? Get it back in there, now it won't fall out. we'll go ahead and grab the shorter screw. Alright, and I don't want to tighten it too much with this. I mean, you could do it by feel, but I like to use my Torx screwdriver. Alright, so Bergara recommends between 55 and 65 pounds of torque for the action screw. What I like to do is kind of put it at 61. With the Bergaras and most of them that I've seen, the action screws are always kind of loose when they're from the factory. So I'll go through and take them out and then get them back down to, or get them tightened back down to where I want them. So 60 pounds ain't too much, but you know, I've had these screws walk out from the factory is why I do that. And I put it at 61. I've had no issues, and I've shot this a little over 1,000 yards. So we'll do. So we'll go ahead and get our bolt back in here. Tighten this down a little bit for you guys. Let's test out the trigger. Safety? Wow, that is nice. No play at all. Look at that. Man, that is beautiful. Clean break. I really like that. A lot smoother than the factory Bergara trigger. Although this isn't bad, it's actually really nice, you know, compared to like your Savage Axe Edge or even the Remington 700 SPS Varmint. This is much better. So, you know, but got this on a good deal, so we'll just kind of go with it. Alright guys, thank you for watching this YouTube video. Take care and happy shooting.